Hey there, everybody, it's Geek. What's going on? Today I'm going to be doing a style challenge. Now, the style challenge is you're supposed to take uh, art styles that influence you and draw your own character in that style. So, I actually got this. I've seen a lot of people do this, but I got my main. I saw the one I wanted to do by LavenderTowne, so you should go check her out. I'll leave a little thing here so you can go look at her. She's a really good artist, very talented, and she has a lot of cool videos, so go check her out. But yeah, so I think I'm going to do this challenge today. Right now I'm just showing you guys what my own style is like. A lot of bright colors. I like to do like the colored lines, thick lines. I also like to do big eyes, very cutesy look, as you could probably tell. And some like half cell shading, like kind of like soft cell shading. You'll see here in a second. Yeah, I start softening the edges up a bit. I wanted to make sure I shade it because some of these other styles kind of depend on the shading. So to make it look more accurate, I decided to go ahead and do all the shading with it too, just to make sure everything looks real official. So yeah, so today we will be doing 5 of these because that's all I could handle. Um, so the first style that we are going to start on is Felix the Cat, or in general just like these 1930s cartoons. I really think they're like super cute. They don't like really show in my own style that much, but I just like it's one of the art styles I think that got me into drawing, especially Felix. I just think he's like really cute. I just like how he does things and how he looks. So, and I like the black and white look. So I decided to do that here. Mine would be especially challenging because I was using the black for like the parts I thought needed to be like the color. So like she has colored eye whites. So I decided to instead do the inverse eye instead of white eyes, eye whites and black pupils. I did it reverse, and I also did a lot of black with the hair and the dress, so I had to make sure I differentiated everything. So it was a little bit of a challenge, but not too bad. As you can see, I start like making white lines around everything here to make sure you can see what stands out over one another. I just really find this style very cute. I even gave Pastel here a little callback to really old Felix design, which he had little like fangs that hung down like that. And I thought that was really cute, so I decided to put that in too. So Pastel here is my main girl. I usually use her to represent me for most of my things, but I do have other characters, so maybe if I like doing this, maybe I will do more characters of mine like this. Maybe do other styles, I don't know yet. So next here we have Panty and Stocking. That is a anime that looks kind of Western. If you have not seen it, I recommend you go and watch that right now. It's pretty vulgar and stuff, but if you're into sex jokes, curse words, but with cute artsy style and shit like that, you'll really like it. It's really funny. It's really cute. A little gross sometimes, but I just really like it. Like it's probably one of my favorite animes. So the main hallmarks of this style is that it has really thick lines, like really thick and sharp lines, or crispy lines I like to call them. And really, it's not really shaded at all, and it's got a lot of like bulky parts. So like as you can see, the hands. Now in my style, I took this for my style as well, but the hands you'll see are a lot bigger than like the arm and everything like that. So and I make sure you put that in. I also made sure I did really sharp like edges on the face. But funnily enough, you'll notice if you can get a glance at that top image that I'm using for a reference, everything else is pointy on her shoulders, her face, but the boobs and the hips, they stay round. So I made sure to add that detail in too, because they're all about that sex appeal. So yeah, there's not too much shading going on here. I also did this thing, you'll see that you don't get to see in that image that I used, but her sister there, her name's Panty, she gets colored lines only on her hair, and to make mine stand out, I thought I'd also do that to make it look a little more interesting to look at, and then just add that background, and there you go. Okay, so next we're gonna move to the Sonic style, and Sonic, for those of you who do not know me, is like my favorite thing in the whole world. So I love Sonic. I love everything about it. So this one was actually one of the tougher ones to draw because putting my own character, like this Monster Girl character in here, is like kind of hard to do in the style. I tried to base her off Vector the crocodile, or Dulcie the Dragon, like in her remake. I don't know if you guys follow the comics or read the comics, but yeah, I tried to base it more off that look. So yeah, I just went with like the long face. Looking back, I probably shouldn't have given her like I kind of gave her like a little brow on the left there. I probably shouldn't have did that because it kind of takes away from the girly look, I think. But yeah, this one is the hardest to do because it's just like doing the Sonic style for a character that doesn't really have the Sonic look to begin with. But the most thing I got from the Sonic style is like how I do eyes and the thick lines. I like the Sonic Adventure 2 like style in particular. It's kind of weird though. You'll see here. It's got like soft airbrush like dark shading on like where you'd put highlights, and then you put a highlight over that, and then you do more shading over that. So it's a little weird. But I do like it. It really pops out. It looks really crispy and like cute. So that's where I kind of went with this. As you can see, I had to add gloves because I forgot that I made them fingerless because I am cool. No, I'm not. But I wish I was cool. But yeah, so here I'm going to start shading it, and you'll see like it's got a weird like look. I kind of regret not doing this in a line, like with a line tool. I did it like all with a sharp brush and kind of just took my time. But yeah, I mean it came up pretty good for like what I used. But if I could go back, I'd probably go ahead and use that line tool because I think it shows that I just used a pen because the pressure's off at some points. But I think overall it came out pretty good. It's probably my least favorite out of all the ones I did. Because of, I don't know, I'm just not happy with her face. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It looks weird to me. Yeah, and then I'm just doing the shading over the shading. Like, I don't know, man. It's weird. But I think it is cute. So we're gonna go with it. And then I just put a black background in because it just went with the image above it. So yeah. Now this next one is Disgaea, and for those of you who do not know Disgaea, it is a strategy RPG game. It's kind of very anime, but it's got a lot of stupid humor and like just all around like funny stuff going for it, but it also tends to throw in like a serious kind of plot. But I really like the lineless art. Before I started doing like these thick lines that you see, the main style I actually would draw in was lineless, so I kind of like, I don't know why I kind of just dropped it in favor of drawing with lines being easier. So I actually want to get back into lineless stuff again, but we'll see how that goes, because I don't know if it's any easier for anybody else out there, but I kind of have to construct it piece by piece, like shade piece by piece, and like I can't blotch out like a single color and then just work on it. I have to just like construct the whole thing like and shade the whole thing like as I go. It's just like the way I operate. I don't know if that's weird or if I'm doing it wrong, but that's just how I do it. So you'll notice this art style has a lot of like blocky like colors, like it's just like patches of like light and dark. It's got a little bit of soft bits in there, but not really so much, kind of just on the hair. But yeah, it kind of just does some pretty blocky shading, but I don't know, I like really like it. I think it has a cute charm. You will notice when I do this one in particular that I had to stop a couple times. Some of the times we were taking a break, other times we're getting distracted by other stuff going on in my house, so I apologize. I couldn't find all the stops while I was editing, and at this point I'm just too lazy, so yeah. But doing this one took a long time, probably like the longest one. It was kind of hard to like do my character in this. I mean, there are monsters in this series. There was none in like that image above, but I try to give mine as anime as anatomically correct as anime will allow, I gave her more of like a anatomically correct kind of like a human proportion body. Aside from the monster hands and face and head, you know, you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so yeah, here I stopped. Things going on in my house. But yeah, I really like this style. It was one of the first styles that I ever like really took inspiration from, other than like Sonic. Um, I, ironically enough, I don't really play the games that much anymore. I got my boyfriend into the games, and then I kind of stopped. But yeah, it has like a hard influence on my work, despite how anime it may be. Some people are really not into the whole getting influence from anime thing, because they all think it's generic. But I mean, I have two anime things in here, and they're both very different looking. You just gotta find ones that are interesting, you know. So, and I really don't see a lot of lineless anime style stuff. So it's probably because it's a lot of work, and for animating in particular, it has to be cheap and efficient. But yeah, I decided to go with a kind of scantily clad outfit, as you could probably tell from the lines. A lot of the girls in this series kind of dress lewd, for lack of a better word, and I mean, the only character really that doesn't is like an angel girl, and the main, like, one of these main other characters who wears like a big giant dress, and that's about it. Everybody else kind of has their boobs hanging out or something else. But as typical anime does go, I guess. A lot of frills, as you can see. I'm not very good. I'm really not that good at drawing frills. It's kind of, drawing clothing's very hard to me. It's just one of those things I'm not good at. However, LavenderTowne, like I mentioned earlier, she has a good tutorial on that, but I should probably watch it again to get a better idea. Because, like, it's kind of like a wiggle technique, but it doesn't really, like, I don't know, like, it confuses my brain. Again, as you can see, I stopped again. Me, what were you doing? But yes, as you can tell, this is my first video doing this. I'm a little nervous, so I have a cup of wine next to me. I'm gonna take a little sip of that for good measure. It's hard to talk to you people when you're not here. But yes, so yeah, now I'm shading up the legs, those thick thighs, and she's kind of like wearing like a not leather, like, kind of suit, but like, you know, it's clean, let's say that. And then I did like her jelly glitter pads, because she's a fursona, and if she doesn't have jelly glitter pads, like, what do you know, it's just not me. So yeah, there's actually a lot of cool monster classes in that game, and like I said, if you haven't played it, I recommend it. It's pretty fun. A lot of grinding though, so if you like to spend your time grinding away in games, then you will love it. But yeah, as you can see, I'm almost finished up here with it. Just trying to keep getting distracted, apparently. Don't remember what I was getting so distracted by. There we go. But I hope I hope this isn't bothering you all too much. As you can see though, I'm almost all finished up with it now. Just gotta add the hair and the tail after I do those little frillies on her arm, and we should be all good. But yeah, those frills, oh god, they don't look that nice. Yeah, this was probably the second hardest. This was the hardest. Sonic one was second hardest. But I think this one came out a lot better than the Sonic one did. I mean, as you can see, it took a lot longer to get done. Don't forget those sparkles in the hair. Yeah, it took for whatever reason, it took a lot longer. I mean, I know the reason. It takes forever to construct this stuff piece by piece. If you guys have a better way of doing this, please tell me. Because I just feel like I take a long time on this kind of art in particular. Not so much like the lined ones, but lineless to me is like an anomaly on how you attack it. So, oh yeah, and then I tried to do some kind of abstract look to the background, and then at some point here, I'm going to realize it looks like crap, so I'm going to just put like white lines around it, like kind of like how the top image looks, and just throw some stars around it and say, yeah, that's good. Alright, and the last style, finally, My Little Pony. this is more of a recent thing that I get inspired by, but I'm pretty sure you'll see it as like the bigger arms, the big eyes with the eyelashes, and you know, the really the cutesy style, the colored lines. A lot of this stuff like is my artwork in it. So yeah, I don't know, the show, say what you will, I think it's really cute. Despite the audience that surrounds it and the culture, I like it. My only kind of regret for this one is that I think I drew her a little too like voluptuous. She's got too many curves, I think. I maybe should have tried giving her more of a dragon-y look, like on the lower half, or like just made her flat, because I kind of like forgot it's like a kid's show, so she probably wouldn't be so curvy. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I think I did a pretty good job. This one took me the shortest amount of time, probably only like an hour. It doesn't take me long at all to do this. I guess it's because it either comes very naturally to me, or it's just easy to color because it's thick lines and there's not much, you don't even have to really shade it either. It's not shaded. Yeah, I do like it. I like My Little Pony. I like its art style. I think it's very cute, and as you can see, it has a lot of influence. I also decided not to give her a shirt because I feel it wouldn't fit the world that it was in, and then I threw in a little background. Yep, there it is. And I'll just show you all of them right here. These are all of them separate, so you can get a better look. But I had a lot of fun doing this. If you feel you would enjoy doing this, I definitely recommend it. It helps you kind of appreciate the art that goes into the things you like, and it kind of helps you just as an artist like grow, because then you kind of get to like practice all these different things and adjust yourself to drawing in a way you're not used to sometimes. And I mean, even this, like, I was influenced by these artists and all these art styles, and like I still had like, you know, it was still a challenge for me. It wasn't like easy. So I recommend it. But thank you guys for watching. Hope I'll see you again. Bye.